Hey ho, Wendy Sue Fountain Pen News. I'm here to play with a new idea that I had that I proposed to my friends as either something really cool or a total nothing burger. So you get to decide whether you think it is really cool or a total nothing burger. As you all may know, I have been spending some time at the thrift store lately looking for stationery items in particular. But one day I found, let me find the box. So I found this box, brand new HP photo paper, premium inkjet, 4x6, 100 sheets. And then I found another big, I wonder what I did with that. Another big package of 8.5 by 11 sheets of photo paper. And so I bought them because they were $1.99. And I thought, well, that'll, I can print some photos, blah, blah, blah. And then I got home and I got to thinking, I love making inky messes. Why wouldn't I just make inky messes on the photo paper? I wonder what would happen. This is the story of my life. I wonder what would happen if I... And so I posed it to some of my friends in a group chat, and the consensus was that we thought that maybe the ink would just run off, like pool and run off, and it doesn't. So you can see that it leaves these really dark circles where the ink actually splats onto the paper, and then you can blow it around. And hopefully you can see in this lighting that if you wait just a moment and then blow again with your blower, I mean, you could use your lips to blow it too if you want, it will put out even different colors. So you can see this one has some pink and purple that kind of came out. So does this one, kind of a gray. And what I've found is with really vibrant inks, it's super, super vibrant. But even with inks that are kind of illegible, like this one, you wouldn't believe, this is Cat at Noon Ink Institute, which I find completely illegible in a pen. I've not put it in any other pens because I was like, I can't read this. This is ridiculous. But I used it on here, and look how bright and cheerful, and look at all the different colors that popped out. Here is one that I made with an ink that I mixed with my new Octopus Fluids ink mixing kit. And what is this? Innocent Mauve, I think, Taranishi. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of show what I'm doing so you can kind of see and try a couple different things. I brought down a water brush just to see what happens. Because the cool thing is I paid $1.99 for this photo paper. And so I'm not really out anything. And it's just another fun way to use inks and try them out. And so I have a whole bunch of inks sitting here. And one of the big questions in my friend group was, what about the chroma shaders? Like, what are they going to do? So a couple of those that I showed you were, I think this one, let me see if I can remember. Oh, I wrote it on the back. Look at me. Sometimes I'm so smart. This is Fuji, Sailor Mano Fuji, which is very light. And then this one is Sailor Mano Hinoki. So you can see even those really light chroma shaders kind of come out with this dark where it first was. And then we thought, okay, well, it sticks. So now our concern was that it would never dry. It totally dries. It doesn't stay sticky. It sinks into the paper. And I think what's cool about it is that it actually looks like it was printed on the paper, just as if it had been a photo. And it's almost like, I don't know, it's just really cool. Like, look at this green section right there. I just think it's really fun. So feel free to decide for yourself whether you think this is a nothing burger or something fun to try. And if you have some old inkjet photo paper around, I urge you to try it because it's quite entertaining. So I'm getting some of my little tools here ready. So I have my, I just almost dumped my Colorverse shuttle nib on the ground. So I have my very fancy ink muddling stick, which is actually a cocktail stirrer that I got for $1 on AliExpress. I have my Colorverse shuttle nib. I have a fatty water brush to kind of move ink around. And I have my very favorite blower. I will link whatever I can down in the description so that you can find some of this stuff if you want. You can get the photo paper anywhere. I mean, like I said, I got mine at the thrift store for $1.99. So I just thought I'd do this and see if anybody else thinks this is a fun, cool idea. I hope you do, and I hope you try it. I'm trying to think of what ink I want to try first. Okay, I'm going to try first. This is Graf von Faber-Castell turquoise. I just got this from Venice. I also have a code from Venice. You guys, Venice, I adore them. They are so fast. They always ship the same day. They're so fast and sweet and wonderful. Oh, I should mention one other thing. My nails this week, brought to you by my delightful nail artist, are a temperature changing polish. So they may be this color throughout the video and they may change. So like this is the I'm cold color. And then if I warm them up, they kind of change and turn into like almost a clear. So don't be alarmed. If my nail color changes during this video, do not adjust your screens. Everything's fine. Okay, Graf von Faber-Castell turquoise. So the first way that I did this was just taking an ink dropper and just putting some drops on and using my blower to blow them around. And you saw kind of what that does. So when I do that, it gives a really deep, dark circle where it dropped on. And then as you move it around, it gives different levels of saturation and kind of pulls different colors out of the ink. It's really, really fun to watch. This is like much more entertaining than chroma shading for me, even though chroma shading is also very fun. All right, so there's some turquoise in that method. So then I thought it would also be fun to do some drops of it or some, so I'm going to use this and make some little swirls and see what happens. This is one of the things I like to do when I'm doing ink testing, is just like a swirl with this little glass thing. So there's that. And this just seems like it will never ever dry. And I promise you it will, because I put some on thick the other night when we were playing. And it dried just fine. And then we'll try the Colorverse shuttle nib. So this one I really like, especially in a deeper angle. I really like the way this writes. So you can make all kinds of, like, as my friend Aziza would say, like doodle stacking with this, and just see how the paper accepts the ink and how it spreads out and gives you different colors and different looks of the ink. Oh, am I done? I'm done, I guess. Here, let's try again. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I intended to get this video out over the weekend, but I got kind of sick. I had some tummy trouble. It was not good. So I'm glad to be back, and I'm just excited to share this fun little idea. I think all of us are always looking for new ways to play with inks and kind of make fun art with them. And listen, I'm the least artistic person ever, so this is my kind of art, is kind of doing random squiggles and dips and just seeing how the ink behaves. And then the other thing I was going to try was to drop some on and then maybe use a water brush and see what happens. So if I just make some, so you can put it on kind of thickly with the dropper like this. I did that on some of my other ones. And then let's try with the water brush and just see what happens. So this is kind of a low, I think a lot of people probably have some of this paper hanging out at your house. I had a couple of different sets that I bought at the thrift store. This is glossy, but I also bought one that was like a satin finish. That's this one. This purple and green is on kind of a more satin finish, and so it's much less glossy. But then you can write on the back. You can write what colors you used. You could write a little note on the back and send them off. I just think they're really fun, and it's a super fun way to do ink swatching. I have a hard time with ink swatching. I feel like I'm a bad fountain pen person to admit this, but I've not really found a way that I'm married to for swatching my inks. And Lord knows I have too many inks. I have so many inks, and I don't really swatch them because I don't have a favorite way. I don't have a designed way to do it, but this could be a really cool way to do it, because then you could put it like in a photo album, like in a 4x6 photo album. So if I just take this and kind of move it around with the water brush, sorry, it took me that long to get water moving through this water brush, just to kind of see what it does. Color-wise, you could do some watercolor on this. I just think using this old photo paper as an art template is kind of a cool idea. So I hope you guys think it's cool too. It's very fun. And we had a lot of fun the other night. We were talking about, I would say, okay, now here's this one. Now what should I do? And so we would try shimmers and we would try all kinds of different things. So there's one that we tried. So this is, I'll set this aside and show it to you a little closer to the end when it's dry. But it's just fun. It's something fun to do with your ink. And then you could write the name of the ink on the back and have it on in your little swatchy area. Let's pull out another one, and I'm going to do some shimmer inks because I have some sitting right here. I left all of these inks. Oh, that's the instructions. I don't need that. I left all these inks sitting out the other night because I wanted to do this video, and my husband was like, are you going to leave all those out? He didn't say that, but I'm sure he was thinking like, I thought you said you were going to keep this desk clean. All right, so Cloud from Faber-Castell goes back into the box. And let's find some shimmery delightfulness. That's not shimmery. This is shimmery. This is Tom Studio 75 Watermelon Shimmer. It says it's refreshingly vibrant. I think I am also refreshingly vibrant. I hope that people find me refreshingly vibrant. I don't know. So we'll shake this up and put this on here, and I'll put on a couple different colors so you can kind of see what it's like. It's very cool when the inks kind of mix over each other and make different colors. I mean, this sounds like a very elementary art. This is actually a project that I plan to do. We're going to the mountains with, taking my daughter's friend with us. And so my plan is to bring this up as an activity for us to do, because I just think it'll be fun, you know, just kind of mixing colors. And when we're out there kind of in a no-tech or low-tech situation, we'll have some crafts and activities to do. Okay, another one that I have down here is Kingfisher. This is another Tom Studio. These Tom Studio inks are so fun. I'm really having fun with them. And shake, shake, shake it up, baby, now. What else is going on? You guys tell me in the comments what you've been up to. What inky messes have you been making? Any? I'm not even in frame. Nice. Okay, so this is blue. So I'm going to pick my blue pipette. I've got one that's kind of redder and one that's a little bit more blue. So we'll use the blue one for this. I thought I'd make the dots and then blow them all around. Should I not be saying blow them? That sounds bad, but, you know, move them around with air all together. So that is a cool one. And I wish I could find Kingfisher, but I don't see it sitting here. Where are you, Kingfisher? That's the wrong box. It doesn't matter. We'll just try it with these two. All right, so now I'm going to start doing my blowing. So the interesting thing with shimmer is that the actual shimmer part of it is what really, really sticks to the paper in the round circle. So your really saturated circle is the shimmer stuff. And then the color comes off as you move it around. So these probably were not the best two colors to choose in the world, but whatever. And I probably put on too much. See, lessons learned. And it doesn't matter because the photo paper was cheap and cheerful. In fact, I might soak some of this off. That's why I have a paper towel right here. I'm just going to try to do this and take some of it off. The thing that's interesting about this paper is that it doesn't let you take a lot. Like you'd think it would let me take a lot off, but so much has already sunk into the paper that it doesn't let you take all that much off. So that's kind of what happens with shimmer inks. You can see, I'll hold it up so you can see. So the really shimmery part stays in that circle where I dropped it. But you can see, like, look at this teal coming out. Let me see if my light will show you that. Teals coming out, all different colors just from those two that I put on there. So you guys may think that I'm crazy, but I think this is super fun and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Here's this one that we did earlier. It is a little bit sticky still, but not, it won't be for long. You'd think that if I held it up like this, that it would just run off, but it is stuck on there and it's going to come out. I'm going to put these two as the thumbnail for this video, maybe with some others, just so you can kind of see. But this is especially a great way to use up some inks that you have that maybe you don't love writing with, or maybe you think are too light for somebody to think are legible, or, you know, just something to play with if you get an ink sample that doesn't have enough to pass on, or you don't know what to do with it. This is just another idea. So use photo paper. It's silly and fun, and you can send postcards to your friends. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Happy Monday. Goodness.